All right, we got a new day upon us. Greetings, my little terabytes. What it do, what it do, what it do? Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. Yes, babies, how we doing, honey? I gotta hurry up and do this thing because, baby, after working a very, very big event yesterday, sweetheart, I gotta run to the salon. She coming to work. She working with me. Always a good sign when she works with me. Okay, hold on. Where's my tarot? Gotta clear these cards. Gotta clear these cards. Thank you, Palo Santo. Yeah. Let's get into it. Yesterday, let's see. Yesterday, the transit. Yesterday, the energy asked a very powerful question, and that was: do you want to be right, or do you want to be understood? Okay. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be understood? That Mercury in Cancer, it helped us to be able to speak from the heart. Okay, so now, so the moon that was in Capricorn reminded us to approach those conversations with some honesty, but maturity. Woo. And this with decaf coffee, with maturity and a willingness to find a real solution. And for a lot of people yesterday, y'all found something important was finally said. Can you see? Oh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna see. All right, we got our card. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. For a lot of you all, you found your voice. And you spoke your truth. You spoke a feeling. You spoke a boundary. You had a realization. You cleared the air. And that's all. And those are all good things. But now, because once you said what needs to be said, life is going to ask you another question, and it's now, what are you going to do with that information? And today's transit is the Sun in Gemini sextiling Saturn in Aries. So let me do this real fast. Let me just spread out my tarot so I can. There we go. So now, together, this energy wants to remind us that growth isn't just what you know. It's about what you're willing to do with what you've learned. Just because you know something doesn't mean that you're growing. You've got that information. How are you applying it to your life to get you to that second level? See, that's what this energy today is asking. Okay, so this is a beautiful transit for following like a new hobby or an interest. Exploring a new idea, learning a new skill, or taking like a small step towards something that's been calling your attention. The pressure isn't to have everything figured out. The pressure is simply to stay curious enough to keep moving forward. And I live in the real world too. I've got grown woman bills to pay just like everybody else. But we're not here just to wake up and pay bills, rinse and repeat. That curiosity is what's shaping our life, our world, and our affairs. So please just don't let that pressure limit you, okay? Some things are meant to unfold slowly. So during this transit, be very gentle with yourself and don't push nothing. Don't push nothing. You know what? Here we go. No, I want him. All right. Here we go. Page of Pentacles. Learning. New opportunity. Curiosity. Skill building. Taking the first step. This card says you don't have to know everything, just to have to begin. I could have used the Fool. But no, because I want it more grounded. Yeah. You don't have to know everything just to get started. Baby, once you get started, the knowledge will come. Listen, case in point, I know how to read these cards, but the social media thing, baby, this social media thing keeps me on my toes. And every day I learned something different. I learned something different every day. Baby, my TikTok, I didn't know. Listen, I was able to find somebody on TikTok that was able to help me out and stuff like that just because I showed up, you know? So that's the thing, babies. You just got to keep showing up for yourselves right there. So then we got this, we got this page of Pentacles. Right afterwards, we're going to use the Hermit. We're going to use the Hermit. Okay? This right here is wisdom, is self-discovery, is learning, is reflection, it's personal growth. This energy encourages people to trust the process, instead of rushing towards an outcome. Don't do that. Baby, right now, all we got is time. All right? All we got is time. I'm going to round this off with the Knight of Pentacles. He's talking about patience, consistency, discipline, long-term growth. Pentacles are long-term, okay? Steady progress. This card right here is reminding us that slow progress is what? Still progress, okay? So this transit can make people curious, focused, motivated to learn, interested in something new, willing to improve themselves. And that's the real work, babies. That is the real work, being able to improve on ourselves. I'm going to tell you something. At this big age, with all this gray hair, I believe that the best version of myself has yet to emerge. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm very excited to meet her. You just can't fail yourself, Just got to keep getting back up there, trying again. So with this transit, some people, they're going to start like researching something or start up a class. They're going to start a class, explore a new interest. They're going to discover a new goal, or they're going to, or you know what, this is the best part about this transit. They're going to revisit a dream that they put on hold. Write the book. Paint that painting. Go out there and sing that song. Yeah. Something small could end up becoming becoming bigger than you realized. So, after several days, listen, we have been through some emotional intensity like last week, and then yesterday, and that was Monday, and we just in Tuesday right now. We had some emotional intensity, and the energy, this energy right now, excuse me, this energy right now is offering a different kind of growth. Instead of focusing on emotional wounds, the focus is going to be shifting towards development. And that's a good thing. Curiosity is powerful because it moves people out of fear and into possibility. It moves people out of fear and into possibility. People often get stuck, they get stuck asking, what if I fail? This transit is encouraging a better question. And that is, as opposed to wondering, what if I fail? The question should be is, what if I learn something valuable? A small shift can change everything. A small shift can change everything. Yeah. Not every breakthrough comes from healing pain. Some breakthroughs come from discovering potential. And this transit is going to teach us that growth takes time, which is the reason why I got the Pentacles. Slow moving growth, curiosity, it'll create an opportunity. Curiosity will create opportunity, and that your progress doesn't need to be dramatic, and small steps matter. Baby, you just gotta move. So divine intelligence continually unfolds through growth, through discovery, through expanded awareness, and every new idea, every new interest, every opportunity can become a doorway to a greater expression. What you gonna do? Yeah, evolution happens one step at a time. So we're gonna hold on, y'all. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to affirm. Here we go. We're going to affirm. I remain open to growth, learning, and new opportunities. I remain open to growth, learning, and new opportunities. That's what we're going to affirm today. That's what we're going to affirm today. You know? Yeah. So follow your curiosity. Follow your curiosity. Stay curious. Trust the process. It's talking to you. And here, to help you with this process, here's the question. What idea keeps pulling back at your attention? You sitting there on the couch and you think, oh, you know what? I should have finished that needlepoint or something like that. What keeps pulling back at your attention? Follow that. Follow that. Okay. So for our divine downloads, we are using James Van Praagh, The Soul's Journey. All right. He sees dead people. Yes. So and then y'all saw my shuffle, y'all saw my pull, right? So here we go. This was the card. Here we go. Fear. Now this card says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. James, I like that. That's good. James, I like that. That's good. But let's talk about it. When I pull this card, here's the question that comes at me. I want to take my time with this. Collective. What are you afraid of that hasn't actually happened? Uncertainty, anxious, overthinking. So it all goes back to fear. Fear gets louder when there are more questions than there are answers. That shouldn't be fear. That should be your curiosity. You want to know something? Hold on. You know what this is giving me? Here it goes. Here she go. This gives me very moon energy. Yeah, that uncertainty. Yeah, things coming to the surface. Uncovered shit. Yeah. Generally, her Luna over here, Moon, she's the card of like illusions, of uncertainty, of intuition, of hidden influences, and that's what I think fear is. It's like when you don't understand something, it's natural to just start fearing it because you don't get it, and that's the basis of a lot of our problems is this fucking fear. This a misunderstanding of shit, So the mind, we will always create the worst case scenario when we don't have all the information. That's where we get our anxiety from. Not everything you fear is real. The feeling of fear is just asking for your attention. What do you not know? Yeah. So with that, we're going to affirm. Here we go. We're going to affirm. I choose trust over fear and faith over worry. I choose trust over fear and faith over worry. That's it. That's all. Y'all, stay on assignment. Your assignment is your alignment. And just keep asking the universe to show you how good it can be. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Bye.